Often we moved to different places. It was just my parents, my big brother, and me. For me, the hardest part about all this moving, I always had to make new friends every single time. I mean, yeah, I'm 15 and I try to be in sports, but it's still difficult. I don't quite remember everywhere we've lived. There was one town we lived in that I can remember as if it were yesterday. Let's just say, I'll never look at clowns the same way again. Now, before I start, I probably should tell you, I'm actually an orphan. After my parents' death, my aunt and uncle adopted me, making my cousin more of like my brother. Those are the people I'm actually in the car with right now as I write this. The first night at that house, after I did my business, I went to my room and got in bed after turning on the radio to my favorite station. I shut off the light and I closed my eyes, but I just couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching me. So I sat up and looked around, and there was nothing there that I could see. I just laid back down and closed my eyes. Suddenly, I heard something in the darkness of my room. What was that? Scratching? It was weird. I got out of bed in curiosity to find the source of this weird scratching sound. It sounded as if it were coming from the closet in my room. I looked at it, and the door itself was still, at least that I could see in the darkness. Though, there was an eerie red light illuminating from under the door. I noticed that the scratching grew louder, and the knob to the closet door began to jiggle as if someone were trying to open it but couldn't. Out of my stupid actions and curiosity, I went to the closet and grabbed the knob. Everything suddenly stopped. I went ahead and grabbed the flashlight I kept near the head of my bed. I flipped it on and turned the knob. Then, the door burst open and blew me back at the wall. I popped up from my bed, gasping for air and breathing heavily. I put my hand on my head. I just sat there. It was just a dream, I thought. Then I heard the sound of cracking bones. I froze and looked over toward the closet, and I saw a silhouette just standing there staring at me. Its eyes were like matches. They seemed as if they were trying to look into my soul. I was so scared I couldn't even move a muscle. Soon, I built up the courage to grab the flashlight and turn it on. But the figure was gone. I realized that there was a tapping outside of my window, and I decided to go check it out. I peeked through the blinds and saw the branch next to my window. Oh, that's what was making that tapping noise. I exhaled and turned around. Then I looked up and I screamed at the top of my lungs. There was a silhouette in my doorway. "Honey, are you okay?" a familiar voice said. The figure turned on the light. It was just my mom. I'm fine, Mom. It was just a nightmare. Don't worry about it." She walked to me and put her hand on my forehead. "You're burning up. Lie down and get some rest. You have school tomorrow." After that, she led me to my bed. The next few nights were exactly the same. Creaks, scratches, the trembling of the closet doorknob, seeing the silhouettes, the red light. It got to the point where I had to tell my parents about it. They told me not to worry, that it's probably just my mind playing games with me, of course. At that point, I was thinking to myself, yeah, it probably was. I was wrong. A couple of nights later, the noises began again. I decided to just try to get back to sleep. But there was something different. There was this whispering. That never happened before. I sat up and the whispering stopped, but instead of just lying back down, I decided to get up and check it out. I stood there motionless as I felt a warm breath on the back of my neck.